Hello and welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider of the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwell alongside April Jauregui and Coach. We kind of touched on it last week. You're now entering the back half of the schedule. You're going to see round two of everyone in the American. You came home over the weekend. You got a split against two pretty tough teams in Temple and UConn.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why Temple was sitting in third. Their offense has really been clicking. Like I mentioned last week, we happened to play extremely well when we played there on the road. We didn't really bring our best on Friday, and I think our girls know that. And take nothing away from Temple. Obviously, they're a very good team. But our mindset wasn't right, and our energy wasn't really there to stay in the match, and that's something that we had to regroup on to come back for Sunday.
Well, anytime you're the home team, if you lose that first match, your back's kind of against the wall because you want to at least get a split. But you had to be pretty happy the team came out and got a 3-1 win over UConn Sunday.
Yeah, we just tried to focus Saturday. I mean, actually, we scrimmaged some Saturday, which we don't usually do that. We try to rest more, but I thought our team needed to get that competitive feeling back. And we just discussed, what got us to this point. As coaches, of course, we always want to focus on what's not working well because we need to improve. But as players, we want them to focus on what we're doing well. What are the positives? We have 19 wins now, only 7 losses. We've done a lot of right. And their goals are big, their dreams are big, they want to continue to succeed. So when you have a slip up, it can make that one slip up really blow up into something more than it really is. So I think they regrouped. We did a good job offensively. I thought overall on Sunday, spread the ball around well. Our defense was phenomenal. We had over 20 digs a set, which is great. I think the highest we've had all season. So we're making steady improvements. If we continue to do that, we'll continue to see success.
And this league's different than a lot of leagues without the tournament. And you can preach it all you want to the players. You understand it, but every game you've really got to bring that A game because there's no, well, we lost a match here, we lost a match there, we can make it up in the tournament or anything. It's a grind when you're playing 20 games to try to bring that A game every single night.
It is tough, and I think it's a double-edged sword. It brings the motivation every match because it's important, but on the flip side, if you don't have your best match and you lose, it can make it, detrimental. Now, oh no, and you're like, it's still just one match. And really there's about 4 or 5 teams that are going to be competing from anywhere from, first to fifth place. And, we want to keep ourselves at top and really prove what type of team we think we have this season.
Well, the team definitely showed its maturity in being able to bounce back on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, we do have a great group of girls. I think when they discuss those things, and, it's not like we're trying to be lovey-dovey or touchy-feely, but it is true. You have to be positive, and that's, I know Coach Passner's big on that with the men's basketball program here, but it is true. You have to be positive. You have to look at what's going well, what's working for us, and really that belief in each other. And we had some big runs. We came back. And to get that win, UConn's been struggling some, but they brought a lot of heart and fight and some things we didn't see the first time we played them. So we had to respond to it. And any conference win is good, especially if we can win at home and, gear up for a tough road trip.
We touched on this last week, talking about the back half of a season and dealing with success now instead of maybe trying to come out from the middle of the pack as in the last couple of seasons, that now with 8 matches left, the season goes very fast if you're battling in that upper half of the pack.
Exactly, and I think that our message to them is to play like champions and go for what you want and play to win. We can't try to rely on someone's going to make mistakes and give it to us. We have to continue to battle and really take what we think we deserve. And there's no guarantees. On any given night, anything can happen. But I think our girls have shown that we have talent. If you're looking statistically, we have great team stats. And we have a few individuals that are really rising above, that are on top. Our seniors are really, Aki being top in digs, and Alexis being like second or third in blocks, and Lauren being top 10 in hitting percentage. But overall as a team, from there, we're very balanced. So we need every night everyone to perform because we don't have, hey, let's just give 60% of the balls to this person and we can win. That's not really our team. We have to play together.
Coach, you're going to head on the road as we get into the back half of the schedule. SMU first, then Tulsa. First of all, SMU, a team you beat 3-0 earlier in the year at home. This will be almost kind of the third type of arena some of these seniors have seen. They played in the original Moody. Last year y'all played in the alternate site during renovations. Now you'll see the renovated Moody Coliseum down there.
I'm excited to see it. I hear it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So I think to have a great volleyball venue, I know they get a good crowd out. It's an interesting weekend to go into because both teams, when we played them here at home, had adversity. SMU, unfortunately, one of their best players went down in the first set. I think that rattled them. Tulsa had some injuries. They had 2 players out, and one of their players is back now. So we're playing 2 teams we haven't seen. We didn't play the exact team we're going to be playing this time. So I don't think we can rely on those things that maybe worked the first time around. We have to gear up and kind of do a brand new scouting report for what they're bringing at this point in the season.
You've had a lot of big wins this year in non-conference. Once you got into conference, SMU, I remember, was a big one at that point. They were starting to climb up the polls, if I remember correctly, at the time you played them at the Fieldhouse.
Yeah, they were 28th in the country at the time that we beat them. They're still, depending on which sheet you look at, they're still in the top 50. So they're a very good team, and Tulsa is right there with us. Temple as well, last weekend. So our conference is still very strong. I think, we're still battling every day to improve our RPI. And, we have a chance this weekend to go get a 20th win. And whenever we can have 20 wins on a season, that's a great thing in our sport. So we're sitting right there with 19. And, we just got to be focused. And we know it's going to be a tough challenge. But that's why we play sports. If it was easy, everybody would do it. If you want to stay at the top, you got to fight to get it.
You talked about knocking off SMU when they were as high as 28. That Tulsa match at home was a big one for you guys because it's one of those matches you don't ever like getting down 2-0, but you like to be able to see a team come back. You were down 2-0 in that match, came back, won the last 3 sets.
And again, I think it's mindset. We just talked about go for what you want. If you want to be at the top of the conference, you want a chance to win a championship, well, then you have to go and take it. No one's going to give it to you. That's for sure. It doesn't matter if you're playing the first place team or the last. Everyone's here to compete. So it was great to come back. I think we just kind of wore them out some. Again, they had one of their players out, so they really had one offensive weapon they were setting every ball to, and that's hard to sustain for 5 sets. We know they're going to be more balanced this time around, but I feel good about our team. To see the defensive effort we're bringing. Again, we're still leading the conference in digs. We're leading the conference in opponent hitting percentage. Again, Aki's still leading in digs, and we have some really great things going. Veronica's moving up the chain with her assists per set. So if we can just get better at a few things, we're gonna stay where we need to be. But as coaches, we have to improve on the weaknesses, and we don't want them to just focus primarily on what we're not doing well, but other teams are. So if we can just improve just a little, it's not a lot, then I think we can stay where we think we are.
All right, 8 matches to go. Best of luck on the road this week.
All right, thank you.
That is head coach April Jauregui. I'm Jeff Brightwell. This is the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.